British response to the Colonial first turn. And like I said, it's been a while since I've sat down here. Feels good to be able to play some games. As a matter of fact, got a phone call from the owner of the company today. That's never good. I see that go, I'm like, So I had some stuff to do. I called them back, but it turned out to be pretty good. They were just, and whenever you're an employee, seasonal and everything else, like, I guess I've been getting called back for the last 16 years, so I don't think anything's changing. But there are going to be some changes, he said. And just wanted to ask me, run something by me. But basically, what it comes down to is less work for more pay. I'm like, okay, sign me up. So, oh man, that sounds great. So I won't get into it, but yeah, it sounds really good. Nice raise coming up, and the kind of duty that I really like to do. Yeah, get off the grind. Whew, that's a good day. I'm gonna have to buy me a lottery ticket. All right, let's see here. We need to open up a vassal log. I'm just scoping out everything. I don't know. Well, I forgot where we left off at, what my strategy was or anything like that. So I'm gonna sit down here for a little bit, take a few minutes, and chat at the board. We'll be back. All right, looking at the situation, we're abreast of what is going on here now. We got a little bit of a grip, and we're looking at a winter turn. And it's 1777, which means the mulligans are over, and we're going to start reducing colonial forces because of expired enlistments and winter attrition. Now, winter attrition will hit both of us. Colonial enlistments, of course, will hit the colonials, but coming on up, the British have 2 turns, and I'm seeing where he's got 20 strike points in one spot. And he's got to move units, in other words, and they got to get to some spots that can support them during the winter. All right, before we open the vassal log, I got to check out my units too, because I have 1 turn left to get everybody into winter quartering, and he's got 2. So at first, when I first looked at it, I forgot where his marker was, and I was like, he's screwed. He can only move 1 army. So, okay, we will be back. That is what is up with War for America. Having a great time. Oh, my gaming season. Yeah, give me another week or two. The only good thing about it is I think in a couple weeks I really want to start up. But I think it's going to rain a bunch coming on. What a shame. Oh, I'm just kidding. We'll be back. Oh, you people probably thinking, oh, you lazy fuck, get back to work. A lot of people are retired, so that's always nice. It's when you're gaming full time. We'll be back. For the British impulse, my opponent he's got a little bit of a conundrum here. We've been going back and forth on the vassal log, trading text, and I see his problem. I thought it'd be all right because we have 2 movements, but I just forgot. We only get 2 movement points. So he cannot make it to a key spot with these big armies and 2 movement points. His only option is to attack Washington because there's a key point there that can hold up to 20 strike points. So he's going to lose a bunch of units to winter attrition if you don't get into this Norwich. Norwich is the key again. Now he wanted to attack with the Army of the North. And when I first read its vassal log, it said he was rolling for Carleton's activation. And I was like, okay, well, it's fine. I let him go ahead and do it. But then when he told me where he was moving to, I said, no, I don't think so, sir. Carleton is the governor of Canada. And in this game, it's Ticonderoga's as far as he can go. And to the chagrin of my opponent, he said he forgot all about that. It's the little rule inconsistencies. They're not real. They're definitely consistent rules and great for the gameplay. So I don't want to just put that word in there. But yeah, so he's up against it, and I think Carleton had 19 strike points going against Washington. So it's a logical attack, but politically he couldn't have left. So and he could have transferred 10 to Fraser, but he would have been attacking Washington with just 10 strike points and all that good stuff. But anyway, long story short, he is activating, I believe it's Howe and the Royal Army in Northumberland, and he wants to move him 1 movement point down in Norwich. We'll be back with his. Make sure I got the right general. It's been a while since we have played Royal Army. Yep, Howe. So hopefully he gets, well, either way, it's 2 strike points, or 2 movement points in the winter, so Either way, Howell's moving 2. Whether he gets it or not, we will be right back. Alright, Vasilog had a roll already, so it's fine. He just did it by the rules, so it's a 4, which means he can move his full complement of 4 movement points, but in the winter, he can only move 2. We'll be back with his movement. So he'll be activating Howl. I had to look on the reinforcement chart because, like I said, it's been a while since I played the game, and I didn't know if we made a major faux pas having Howl on his 3-star side. I think when I moved him, he might have moved her anyway. But anyway, I checked him, and he was promoted in the spring from 2 stars to 3 stars, so he's able to carry or command up to 20 strength points and command an army, so he's good to go. So then, Howl will be activated. The Royal Army will move from Northumberland to Norwich, which then entails a battle site between Howl and Washington. There you go. Now, I did not know when I picked up that Washington marker that there was also 6 militia in the space with them. So we're keeping them there. Washington can command up to 20 strength points. But I think I had them separated because those militia could not have crossed the river into the Middle States region. They got to stay in this New England region. So there you go. So I don't know if old Howe knew what he was up against. He does now. There you go. So we'll see. I'm sure my opponent's seen it on the Vassal app. I just didn't see it on this. So yeah, it's and the thing of it is, I was gonna see if he had any other strength. The only other army that'd come up to, you know, to be able to do it would be, again, Carleton's army. He could maybe outnumber him or give him a 1-to-1, cutting through that little trail between Ticonderoga and Norwich. But he can't leave Ticonderoga. Ouch, for political considerations. All right, well, this might be a bitch. I don't even know if I'd do that attack if I was him. We'll be back. Tail of the tape is British 11 strength points versus Washington and his 17 strength points. Bad odds attack. Die roll modifiers as follows. Howe +3 for his being an A general. Pause. All right, Cornwallis. Another A general. They stocked him up with some good generals in that army, and there's another +3. And we're throwing in Carleton because it says on the battle modifiers +1 general, but nowhere does it specify if you just add one of these or what the limit is. It says you can add him into any army, or yeah, you can bet him with an army, and you can add a leader. It doesn't say you can't do both, so we're doing both. And my opponent said, yeah, no, he has no problem with it. So he'll get a Tarleton die roll modifier, but he'll get a -1 for that bad odds. So there we are. Oh, before I forget, also it gets even worse for me because he has a attack card, and I'm cardless. And we've already established here, I don't know if I mentioned it, but he had a contention with me only using this as the attacker. He says the counterattack means each side can use it. And I'll agree with him. So we can both use a card, but unfortunately I don't have one. So that'll be a +2 our card, CRD. So he gets a +2 die modifier there. Let me see, 6, 7, 8, 9, -1. So 8 die roll modifier. And we were looking at a 5, 6 +6. Oh, so it's probably unless you get a low die roll, it's gonna be maximum. But he's under the 17. So let's see if that makes any difference on this chart. Oh, 15 to 20 and 11. Oh, that makes a big difference. So we're different columns. Yeah, I mean, like I said, ain't much you can do about it. He's already played a card, so I guess he's already looked at the same thing we looked at. All right, it all depends on the die roll on the map. Vassal mod. We'll be back. Oh, sorry about that. Can't even get a battle in. Work calling, girlfriend's calling. Oh, I can't complain. I can't complain. You don't know the difference anyway. I could have just dropped in and you'd have never known. all the BS that goes on between takes. Okay, where are we at here? Here's the die rolls. And the Colonials one by one. Oh, I'm just now checking this out too. Let's see here. We got them all added up. Comes down to a 13 under the 17 column, and under the 11 column, 14. So kind of close, but I think it'll be the tail of the columns. We'll check it out as follows. Under the 15-20 column, I'll get a pointer for you. We have got a 13. Oh, that's 3. Oh, wow. Oh, man. 3 strength points and 2 stars. So each suffers 3 losses. Let me see here. The British. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And 3 strength points. All right, now the British with their 14 under the 11 column. Oh, here we go. 14, it goes all the way down to the bottom again. 2 with 2 stars. So Washington will repel the attack and suffer 2 strength points. All right, that is a tail. We will give Powell, who's fighting for his life. He didn't make it. He's going to be a long winner. Ooh, that's what happens in this game. He's got one more action pulse. And, I don't know what he's going to do. He's up the creek. We're back. Let me see here. He's got to go back north. Yeah, one of these armies, either all of them with Fraser or the Army of the North, is going to lose a heck of a lot of troops because of the results of that battle. Wow. We'll see how he deals with it. I was trying to figure out what the heck, what I would do. Oh, no. All right, we got to get these strength points taken care of. We'll be right back. We are done with it, and we will see what happens. It'll be my turn. Let me straighten everything out here. We'll be right back. The fight for winter quartering, and Washington's army is victorious and get themselves a nice little warm spot for the winter. The British left out in the cold. Well, at least somebody will be. There ain't enough room in Ticonderoga for everybody. Ain't enough rations to go around. And they only got 2 movement points in the winter. Whoa, the designers of this game come through. All right, we're going to call a little break here. And maybe check out some more of that, what do you call it? River Plate game. Oh, excited to get back to that one. But I want to get back here and open up some vassal logs because we were backed up. So let me send this stuff on off. Check out my moves, and we'll be right back. Eager to get back with my War for America game against my opponent on Vassal. And we have been busy. As a matter of fact, we're in talks with my work, and we're in our last our last week or two of our gaming season, and we haven't gotten this game done yet. Where does time go? Oh well, it is spring. We got a bunch of home projects going on there, but when we come back, we will be rolling for the last action pulse of the quick winter action cycle. 1777 action cycles in the winter in this game only takes up 2 action pulses instead of the usual 4. And we got some stuff going on here where units are scrambling for winter quarters because it kicks in this term. Mostly for the Colonials with their enlistments expiring. So there will be a drawdown in forces coming up before spring. Or we'll be waiting for the results of the initiative die roll. Find out who goes first. And in all these initiative games, the initiative die roll, really important and interesting, so we'll be right back. All right, well, I won initiative, so I can go ahead and make my moves here. Let you see what's going on before I have to wait for a vassal log. So it'll be my last move, and that's important because I don't think we got to look on capacity. Each one of these spaces here, the circle space, a key space, and let me see, where's one at? Port spaces, I guess port key spaces. Although, now that I think about it, I don't see any keys in any ports. Ports usually has got a anchor. But anyway, ports are 20, key spaces are 15, I believe. And just those little circle spaces are only 5, so yeah, I'll be making check on all my forces, making sure they're got enough capacity for the space they're in for winter. I'll be determining that after both of our current action pulses. Be back. All my spaces are pretty much at capacity to support the units that are in the space, except for Washington's army at Norwich. His capacity there, I believe, is only 10, and he has 15. So my dilemma is we're going to activate the 6 strength point militias. We're going to move them south to Charlestown, but they got to roll 1 die minus 2 die roll modifier because they're without a leader, and that result is the number of spots they can move. We only need them to move 1. Let me see here, make sure that's right. If I can support them, that little space might only be a 5er. Let me see here. Oh, regular circle space. Circle space, yeah, only 5. And he'd have 6, so we can't do that. Either way, we got to keep Washington at Norwich. So if they can get you can only move 2 spaces during the winter, no matter what. So if we get 2, we can get him down to Portsmouth. And other than that, he'll lose 1 strength point. So I'll show you what the I got to go back to the vassal mod. Roll for the movement. It'll be a -2 die roll modifier on this die roll, and whatever the result is the number of movement points he can move. Hopefully with a 2 movement point total, then he can get down to Portsmouth. If not, he'll have to stop at Charlestown and have attrition. We'll be right back. All right, the die roll is a 4, so that's -2 without a leader, so he'll get 2 movement points, which is fine. So we'll go over here to Washington's army. We'll take these 6 and we'll move them over to, he gets 2 movement points, 1, 2, and he gets there Portsmouth. And that space there can, let me see here. Be right back. All right, coastal space is 15, so we're good. And I think that'll be it. That'll be my activation. And according to the rules, I just kind of noticed this myself. We're supposed to move this marker before we move any units, so we've been doing it the wrong way. Shows you what I know after all this time playing the game. But move your marker first. Designate who's going to move and the route he's going to take. All right, we will be right back for the British action pulse. And he's got some figuring to do. I didn't attack him, but yeah, I guess we can go ahead. When his turn starts, he can take this disrupted marker off. We'll figure out what my opponent wants to do with his units and their capacity on their spaces for winter. Attrition will be back. British are against it. That spot he's in can only support 5 strength points, and he has 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 strength points in there. And right here, Fraser, that spot there, I think can only hold, what is a key spot? I think maybe 10. Okay, I got that backwards. The Army of the North, which is here with Fraser, has 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think he can only support 10. There's going to be a bunch of attrition here for the British player. I'm curious to see how they figure it out. I was just looking at it myself, but he is up Shit's Creek and a half. So this is going to be a killer winter 1777 for the British. And I think that the Colonials might come out pretty much unscathed. We'll tell you what the attrition damage is for the British when we find out what the vassal log holds. We'll be back. All right, well, the activation was for Fraser. He rolled a 6 on his activation, which means he only gets 2 movement points. He only gets 2 movement points anyway because it's winter, but he only needs 1 for what he's doing. And make sure I got this right. I'll be right back. All right, Fraser. Then moving from Ticonderoga down to, I'm not sure, Valcourt or something like that. with 5 strength points. So we don't have change in this game because they're kind of goofy with the German units. But there's 1 German unit left there and 2 loyalists. Now, Army of the North, when it comes time for attrition, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. He's going to lose about 5 strength points. So we'll see what's up. We'll calculate this in a second, but I'm pretty sure that's his move. Let me look and make sure that's it. That will take care of his, we did this wrong again. We should have moved this marker first, but there you go. We'll move the marker. That'll take care of the winter turn, and we got a bunch of enlistments that expire for the Colonials that we need to apply, and winter attrition. This will be interesting. We'll be right back. All right. So, the Continental attrition expired enlistments is quite the bitch. Hold off here a second. I have moved you over to the Continental reinforcement chart. Come down here to 1777 and it says Continental attrition and expired enlistment time. 1/2 of your strength points rounded down. So I think, I don't know if you count militia. I don't think you count militia. So I believe we have 30 strength points of regular units on the board. And we'll be taking 15 off. Wow. Let me go over my numbers again real quick and see what I come up with. But so I think, if I'm not mistaken, the magical number was 30. We'll be right back. All right, we've come up with the number 28 through 30. So we come up with a 28 number, 29 number, but we've come up with a 30 number twice. So we'll go with that. Let me see if we can count this out with you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13 on the board. Oh, plus 8 and 9. I'll be right back. So there you go, magic number 30. Let me check out what units I'm going to take off. It'll probably be down south, I guess. We'll rape the south. Yeah, huh. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. It doesn't say, you know, you have to, where you have to take them off at. Let me see examples of Colonial recruitment chart for the winter of 1777 shows that he must lose 1/2 of his strength points. Since there are 12 strength points of Continentals at Albany, New York, 8 are removed. Alright, I don't understand that. Why would he remove 6? He's gonna remove 50%. 1/2. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, well, we do have the old errata. So you can see here, maybe it was based on the errata. But, yeah, we'll go for it from there. Removing 12 or 15 strength points of Continentals. We'll be right back. Alright. So, this is going to be the enlistments or conscriptions penalty. The end of enlistments. So why don't we just take the enlistments off the excess units that we have. I don't know if we have any excess up here. We're not going to touch these if we don't have to, but if there's any units that are over winter attrition for their space, we'll just end their enlistments, let them go home instead of letting them die out there in the cold. There you go. Well, we still might end up, yeah, we're going to have to take them off the south, but we'll see what's going on here. We'll be right back. All right, well, I am good on space capacity for my units in New England and the middle states. Don't have nobody in Canada. I think I'll have to take care of the units in the south to meet my enlistment expirations, and hopefully not to pillage too many. See if we can come up with 15. This will be 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, a lot of units expiring. 9, 10. This hurts. 11. Yep, and we're going to dip into our forces. 12. 13. Oops, that wasn't good. We need 2 more. We'll take 1 from each. We'll be right back. All right, reducing the Army of the North from 8 to 7, and Washington from 9 to 8. That'll take care of my 15. Let me gather this up, see how I'm going to do all this on Vassal. We have some minutes of work for me ahead, but I'll send this off, and when I get my, oh, this will be interesting. Find out what it is. He won't get no end of enlistments, but he has got some spaces there that can't support all those units. It'll be curious to see how he does it. I'll be back with more winter attrition. 1777. I'm sorry. Here we are. We're back.